In question number 6, we have a bird in a tree, and Chelsea is an observer, and she can observe from this position here. She can observe from that position. She can observe that bird at 52 degrees from the elevation, angle of elevation. She moves 16 meters closer to this point here. And from that position, she can now observe that same bird at 70 degrees. Okay, so the question is asking, what is, first of all, sketch the diagram. So I've sketched the diagram here. And the question is asking, what is the closest distance, which I've drawn here as x, that she is from the bird? Okay, so we're trying to find the closest distance along that, along the x there. To do that, we need to solve this triangle here. We need to be able to solve that triangle. But the problem is we have no lengths in that triangle. So we need to then take a step back, and we need to be able to use the other triangle here, which I'm going to highlight. Okay, this triangle here, the non-right triangle. We need to solve that non-right triangle, and that will give us the h side, which is shared with the right triangle. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to, first of all, solve for h. Okay, to do that, we're going to see if we can use sine law. Well, in this case here, if I solve for the angle, so I know that that supplementary angle to 70 is 110. Subtracting for 180, we get that 18 degrees up by the bird, and that angle is paired with the 60 meters. So now I have a pair, 60 meters pairs with sine of 18 degrees. That means I can pair up any other side. So I'm going to pair up the h side with 52 degrees. So h over sine 52 degrees. I can now solve this for h. So the h is equal to, I have 16 sine 52. So I'm going to multiply both sides by sine 52 to get rid of the divide by sine 52. And then I have 16 over 18, sine of 18 degrees. And I can just work this out. Working this out on my calculator, I'm going to end up with 16 sine of 52 degrees divided by sine of 18 degrees. That's going to give me 40.80. Okay, so that means that that h length is going to be 40.80 of length. So knowing that I have that hypotenuse of the other triangle here, which I'm going to just highlight in green, this triangle here, I have the hypotenuse of that triangle, I have an angle, I can now just use trig. So I know that the cosine ratio, so cosine of 70 degrees is going to be the x length, which I'm looking for. It's the x length divided by the hypotenuse. So x over the hypotenuse. Or in this case, h, which is 40.80. So solving for x is going to be, I just cross multiply that, 40.80 times cosine of 70 degrees. And that's going to give me my length of x. Solving for x then, 40.8 times cos 70 gives me 13.95. Okay, which rounds to 14.0. So the closest that they can get to the tree, base of the tree, is going to be 14.0 meters.